Hello Griffin family, welcome back to We Talk D&D. My name is Ryan and I am your dungeon mentor through your Dungeons and Dragons journey. Today, I have something very different for you. You know how you like to watch the movie trailer for the movie before starting it up? Well, I've created something very similar to that for Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Be sure to share this with your players and Dungeon Master friends to get everyone in the mood. Be sure to hit the subscribe button before you settle in for the show. And now, We Talk D&D presents Waterdeep, the Dungeon of the Mad Mage. More than 1,000 years ago, the wizard, Halaster Blackcloak, journeyed from a distant land to the base of Mount Waterdeep. Some believed he hailed from the nearly forgotten empire known as the Cradlelands. In ages past, humanity spread from the Cradlelands across Faerun, originating from what is now the Plains of Purple Dust, a wasteland birthed out of conflict with the gods. Others give Halaster a less ancient origin, placing him among the early wizards of the Ethereal, or asserting that he came from southern nation long ago since buried by sand and time. Whatever his origin, scholars have recorded that Halaster brought with him 7 apprentices to Mount Waterdeep. With the 7 guarding his back, Halaster tapped into his immense power to summon beings from other planes of existence to help him build a wizard's tower to dwarf all other wizards' towers. But as the seasons wore on, the 7 saw less and less of their enigmatic master. Halaster continued to use fell creatures from distant planes for tunneling and for construction beneath his tower, and the wizard kept the nature of most of his underground dealings a secret from the 7. Eventually, Halaster's explorations broke into the Underhalls, a complex of tunnels and rooms built by the dwarves around a mithril mine beneath Mount Waterdeep. The architects of the Underhalls had long ago been killed or dispersed, and the warring Duergar and Drow had settled into the ruins. Halaster began a crusade against both the Drow and the Duergar, participating in wild hunts with the explainer allies through the tunnels. The stubborn Duergar dug in until the mithril was largely mined out. Then they abandoned the Underhalls, leaving the Drow to fight Halaster and his minions alone. The Mad Mage rounded up the remaining Dark Elves, trapping some of their souls for the use in dark magic, while twisting the bodies and enslaving the minds of others. Once he had wrung the Drow of their usefulness, Halaster Blackcloak tunneled on, ever downward, indulging his inexplicable compulsion for delving deeper and deeper into the mountains. Using his underground complex as a base of operations, Halaster traveled to other planes and distant lands, collecting strange and dangerous creatures to live as prisoners, servants, or guardians in the Undermountain. Populating and defending the dungeon became an obsession. Over time, the mage's preoccupation with the Undermountain electrified his eccentricities and infused him with an air of uncontrollable madness. Halaster's apprentices came and went. Some left only to return, inexplicably drawn down to the Undermountain's depths. Others remained by his side at all times. As they began dedicating more and more attention to their private obsessions, madness settled into their souls as well. During the years Halaster quested on other planes and sequestered himself into the tunnels, his magnificent tower and surrounding walls fell into ruin. In time, the city known as Waterdeep developed in the shadow of Mount Waterdeep and spread down to the harbor. As the city spread outward over the years, it came to surround the ruins of Halaster's home. Undermountain was known to those early settlers and often sent criminals into its endless depths as its punishment. So it was for many years until an intrepid adventurer named Durnan delved into the labyrinth beneath the tower and returned alive, laden with riches and countless harrowing tales. Durnan used his new fortune to demolish the remnants of Halistar's tower and built an inn over the well that he had used to descend into the mountain and called it the Yawning Portal. Durnan owns and operates the inn and tavern to this day, serving patrons and inviting the brave and foolish alike to test their mettle in the dungeon of the Mad Mage.